As a mom, what do you do when motherhood feels so heavy for you? What do you do when you feel you're carrying the weight of motherhood on you? Now we're going to learn how we can use gratitude to rebuild our resilience, to rebuild our emotional resilience as moms. Now the truth is that most of us don't break because we are weak. Most of us as moms break because we have been too strong for a very long period of time. Like we carry a lot, we keep it to ourselves, we fail to express ourselves the way we should express ourselves, and over time we tend to break down emotionally. But today we're going to learn how we can use gratitude to become that tool that can be that inner strength, that can provide us that inner strength that we need to rise emotionally. We need to build resilience, and we need to stay steady and connect with our children. So what is even the meaning of emotional resilience? Emotional resilience is the ability for you to adapt as a mom, for you to recover and remain emotionally grounded in the face of stress, in the face of challenges, or in the face of any kind of uncertainty. And you will agree with me that emotional intelligence is something we need now. Emotional intelligence is something that we all need, because when you look around you, you need emotional intelligence. You need to speak to people in your workplace. You need emotional intelligence in the church. Wherever you go to, you need emotional intelligence. So today we're going to learn how we can build emotional resilience using gratitude. So what is gratitude? Gratitude is the intentional practice of focusing on God's goodness. So you're being intentional about what you focus on. You're not just focusing on anything. You're not just putting your direction anywhere, but you're intentional with what you focus on. So this time around, you're focusing on what is important to you, focusing on your gifts, your blessings, your value, focusing on the moment. That is what gratitude is. So how can we use gratitude to build emotional resilience for us as individuals and for us as moms? But before we go to that area, let us look at why we struggle as moms, as individuals emotionally. Why do we struggle? Number one, because of emotional overload. Most of us carry a lot of weight. We carry this weight such that we don't express the way we feel. On the outside, you look so good, you look okay, but inside of you, you carry this weight that is just heavy on you. And over time, you find out that you feel burnt out and you might break down. So today, you must learn to express yourself politely. You must learn to communicate your feelings to the right person in the right way. Because if you don't do that over time, after suppressing your emotion, it might lead to burnout. Another reason why most of us struggle emotionally, because of guilt and perfectionism. Most of us as moms and as individuals, we want everything to be perfect. You just feel if it's not perfect, you're guilty. And our standard, most times, we use the standard of what is out there. Maybe you use the standard of the social media, use the standard of someone else to judge your own life. So you feel guilty, you're under pressure, you want everything to be perfect, you don't want any mistake around you. It can affect the way you react emotionally. Another reason why most of us struggle emotionally as moms is because we constantly compare ourselves. You compare your journey with the next person. You compare your process, your growth with the next person, forgetting that we are all on a journey. Everyone has got their individual journeys. So if you find yourself constantly comparing, it's going to affect the way you build your emotional resilience or the way you build your emotional intelligence. So today, you want to learn to focus on yourself. You want to learn to focus on your journey. You want to learn to focus on that thing that is important to you. Then the last reason why we as moms or as individuals struggle emotionally because of our unhealed pain. Most of us have unhealed pain, unhealed wound we are going around with. Some of us, the pain or the wound we encountered or we had while we were young, while we were still teenagers or young adults, and we've not been able to express, to speak to someone about our wounds. And sometimes when your child does something, when your child exhibits a particular behavior, you find out that that thing comes up again. You think you've forgotten about it, but inside of you, you're carrying something you need to deal with. That is why it is important for us as moms and as individuals to go on a journey of growth, to go on a journey of becoming, a journey of helping us to heal and to rise. So how can we use gratitude to build our emotional resilience? Now, number one, gratitude can help to reframe your stress. So when you feel stressed as a mom, instead of asking, what is happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Because that is the conversation most times. That is what we always ask. Rather, you could ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me through this experience? What is the lesson I'm meant to get from this experience? So use gratitude to reframe your stress. Use gratitude to reframe that difficult situation you're going through. Use gratitude for your own good. Use gratitude so that you begin to see the good in every situation, even if it's a difficult one, it's a hard one. But ask yourself, what are the learnings for me? What are the things I can pick from this situation? When you do that, it's going to help you reframe your mind. It's going to help you change your focus from what is not working to what is working. It's going to change your focus from, okay, the things that you're not getting right to what you can do better. Another thing gratitude can do is that gratitude can help to strengthen our emotional stability, because gratitude helps to grow the way you respond. Gratitude helps to reset everything about you. So use gratitude as a tool. Remember, when you use gratitude, you always look at the good in every situation and not looking at what is not working. And gratitude can restore your perspective. Now, when you use gratitude, it changes your perspective. For example, it changes your mindset from looking at what is not working to what is working. Gratitude can build this perspective of always looking at the good, always looking at what is the gain, what is the learning, what is the teaching for me in that situation. And when you start to do that over time, you find out that you're coming out of that place where you're usually burnt out. You find out that when you go through a difficult situation as a mom, it will be very easy for you to rise up again. So in practical ways, what are the things we can start to do today as moms to help us to be able to use gratitude, to help us to be resilient, to help us to be emotionally resilient? Number one, you must have a daily gratitude reset. Now, for example, every morning or every evening or in the course of your day, ask yourself, what is one thing you are grateful for? What is one thing you're happy for? It could be something as little as you smiled at someone, you had a conversation with someone. Even when you go ahead to ask your children, it's going to help to reset the way you see gratitude. It's going to help reset the way your children see gratitude. So one of the things you can start to do to use gratitude to get to that place where you're resilient is to always express gratitude daily in the course of your activity, in the morning, in the evening, whenever is convenient for you. Always look out for one thing to be grateful for. Then another thing we can do to help us use gratitude as a tool to be emotionally resilient is to practice gratitude in emotional moments. Now, those emotional moments when your emotions are high, you can learn to pause. You can learn to wait before you respond. And in that process of waiting, of you having a pause, you can always ask yourself, what are the things I can be grateful for in this situation? So it helps to change your focus. So instead of looking at the emotion you're feeling, probably you're sad, you're disappointed, you're unhappy, instead of looking at that emotion as being negative, you start to ask yourself, what are the things I can be grateful because I am aware of this emotion? So practice gratitude in emotional moments. It's going to help you to be resilient. Another thing we can do to help us use gratitude as a tool to be emotionally resilient is to have gratitude conversations. Now, for example, instead of always complaining at what is not working, or instead of looking for who to blame, you can switch it or change the coin and start to have conversations about gratitude. So when you meet someone, instead of saying this is not working, you just say, I am grateful for this. Even when you say it in front of your children. Over time, your children start to learn how to have conversation infused, gratitude infused in that conversation. With that, you tend to less the burden on you, and you tend to walk light, such that when you feel any emotion, or when you feel okay, you're going through a difficult situation, it will be very easy for you to look at what you're grateful for in that situation, for you to step up or to come out of that place where you're feeling down. So always infuse gratitude into your conversation as a mom and as an individual. It is going to help a lot, because gratitude fosters the connection you have with yourself. It fosters the connection you have with your children. Gratitude is a beautiful tool we can use. Then the other thing we can do to use gratitude to help us to be emotionally resilient is to do gratitude journaling. So get a journal, get a book, get a pen, whatever works for you. If hard copy journal works for you, it is fine. If soft copy journal works for you, it is fine. But every day, write down one thing you are grateful for. Write down what went well. Write down what did not go well. What were the lessons you're picking from it? Cultivate the attitude or the habit of being grateful or expressing your gratitude in a journal. There is something it does for it, because there is something writing does to the brain. So every day, choose to stay grateful. And one way you can stay grateful is to write it down. Even if it's something you think is insignificant, but just write it down. It helps you in those times where you feel down. Those times when you feel you're going through a difficult situation, you always look out for what is grateful, what you need to be grateful in that situation. And the truth is that when you're done with all these things, over time, you find out that being grateful comes to you so easily. You find out that you begin to use gratitude to your own benefit, for your own advantage. So gratitude is a beautiful tool. And I want to invite you, whenever you go through any situation, whenever you go through any challenge, always look at the learnings. Always ask yourself, what is in this for me? What is God trying to teach me in this situation? It changes the focus. It makes you to have a different perspective in looking at that situation. Now, we must remember that our strength as moms and as individuals is not found in you never breaking, but it is found in you learning to rise. So are you ready to learn to rise? Are you ready to grow? Are you ready to become? Are you ready to use gratitude as a tool to look at your life and begin to tell yourself, I can do better? Now, gratitude is not denial of hardship. When you're grateful, you're not denying what you're going through. When you're grateful, you're not denying that this thing is happening, but it's just a decision for you to build strength. It's just a decision for you to remain strong even when things are not working. So you can use gratitude in the midst of any challenge you're going through, because when you grow emotionally as a parent, when you grow emotionally as a mom, when you're emotionally resilient, your children will also learn how to be emotionally resilient as well. And gratitude is one beautiful tool. It looks simple, but it's a tool you can use to build your emotional resilience as a mom and as an individual. So I want to invite you to always stay grateful, and I want to invite you into our community called the Confident Mom Academy, where we're going to help you build your mindset. We're going to walk you through a journey of improving, building your confidence by rediscovering your identity. We're going to help you navigate and walk past limiting beliefs like fear, self-doubt, and help you to thrive in life beyond motherhood. So check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Confident Mom Academy. We have a YouTube channel called the Confident Mom Academy, where you get lots and lots of videos that is going to improve and transform your mindset for better. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name is Chioma Odikulu. I really do appreciate your time. Until I come your way next time, remember to like this video, share this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do have a great day and bye.